So I didn't really want to do a lot of dummy work with Prue this week. It was more about focus, but because she's done really well and I'm really happy with her, I gave her a break from the focus work and the heel work and threw a few dummies for her, and then looked at it and thought, I know this needs to be approached now, because if I don't approach it now and I don't really get on top of this now, it's going to take longer and longer and longer each time I try and do it. Her issue is that she will quite happily run out. She's got great drive running out. She picks the dummy up lovely. She brings it back but drops it about 5 to 6 yards away from you, runs into your heel, expects a reward, and then expects the dummy to be thrown again. Obviously that's no good. So I've spent the last 2.5 hours breaking it down, and I've got her to the point where she feels comfortable holding the dummy. If she drops it, I walk off and she picks it up and brings it with her. I need to get her to feel comfortable just about holding the dummy, just keeping it in her mouth, because that's her issue. She doesn't feel comfortable holding the dummy. So I've got to teach her and shape that behavior, and that is just about breaking it down, just getting her to pick it up, bring it with you. If she drops it again, pick it up, bring it with you. That's all I'm teaching. I've got to get her to the point where she gets to my heel. Once she gets to my heel or gets close to me, then I can reward it. Then she can drop the dummy, and then I'll do it again for her. That's what she's learning. But this has took me about 2.5 hours of extremely stressful, extremely hard work. But you know, everybody says, you know, dog training, it's easy. It's not easy. It's not that way. It's not that easy. But at the end of the day, when you're working with a particular behavior like this, whether it be this simple behavior of not retrieving or working with aggression, it's not easy. It's mentally tiring, and people don't really understand that. People don't really kind of understand how mentally tiring that can be, shaping a behavior, working on the behavior, watching her get it wrong time after time after time after time, and then all of a sudden, once you push past that, that's when you start to see the results. When you get the right method, that's when you start to see the results. But you have to go through the whole process, and that's the difficult bit, is getting yourself through that process and getting the dog through that process until you start seeing that result. But it's worth it in the end. At the end of the day, she's now walking around, picking up a dummy, bringing it back to me. She's not putting it back to hand. Like I said, I'm not worried about that right now. That's not the issue. She's getting it closer and closer and closer to me, which is great.